The question isn't if you will be trialed and tested, but when you will be tested, and who will you become when the fire comes. Every believer at some point stands face to face with hardship that shakes them to their core. Trials are not an interruption to the Christian life. They are part of the calling. Faith under fire is not a sign that God has abandoned you. It is often proof that He is at work within you. Today I want to speak to every brother and sister who feels weary, confused, stretched, or broken by what they're walking through. This message is about God's purpose in trials, the refining power of testing, and the hope that stands firm even when everything else is falling apart. Number one, trials are promised. They are not optional. Scripture never tells us that following Christ will lead to an easy life. In fact, Jesus said the exact opposite. In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Notice Jesus didn't say you might face trouble. He said you will. Trials are not a failure of faith. They are part of living in a fallen world while serving a holy God. The Apostle Peter echoes this truth. Dear friends, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal that has come on you to test you, as though something strange were happening to you. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Trials are not strange, they are expected. And when we understand that, we stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, Lord, what are you forming in me? Number two, faith is proven in the fire. Faith that has never been tested is faith that has never been proven. James writes, consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James chapter 1, verses 2-3. James isn't saying trials are joyful. He's saying they produce something, and something valuable. Trials expose what we really trust. When comfort is gone, routines are stripped away, and answers are delayed. Faith is revealed, not in words, but through endurance. God is not trying to break you. He is refining you. He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. Malachi chapter 3, verse 3. Fire removes impurities. And yes, fire is uncomfortable, but it's also purposeful. What God refines, He intends to use. Number three, biblical examples of faith under fire. Let's talk about Job. Righteous man, faithful, obedient, and yet he lost his wealth, he lost his health, and his family. From the outside, it looked like God had turned His back on him. But Job's story reminds us of a powerful truth. God can be sovereign even when He is silent. Job said, though He slay me, yet will I hope in Him. Job 13:15. Job never got the answers he wanted, but he encountered God in a deeper way than he ever had before. And what about Joseph? Betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, wrongfully imprisoned, forgotten. Yet Joseph later declared this, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Genesis 50, verse 20. God was positioning Joseph through pain for purpose. What felt like delay was divine preparation. Number four, God uses trials to shape Christ likeness. Trials do something success never can. They humble us, stretch us, and teach us dependence. Paul writes in Romans, we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Romans 5, verse 3-4. Notice the progression: suffering, endurance, endurance, character, character, hope. God is not just trying to get you through the trial, He's shaping who you become because of it. And sometimes the trial lasts longer than what we want because God is doing a deeper work than we realize. Number five, faith under fire is still faith. Some of you are walking through trials and saying, I still believe, but I'm just tired. That is faith. Some of you are praying through tears. That is faith. Some of you are holding on with trembling hands. That is faith. Hebrews reminds us, now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Hebrews 11, verse 1. Faith doesn't mean you never question. It means you keep trusting even when you don't understand. Jesus Himself prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane, Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done. Luke 22, verse 42. Even the Son of God experienced anguish, surrender, and obedience under pressure. Number 6, God is near in the trial. One of the enemy's greatest lies is that suffering means abandonment. But scripture tells a different story. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34, verse 18. God is not distant when you're hurting. He is near. He sees, he knows, and he cares. In Isaiah, he declares, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. Isaiah 43, verse 2. Notice the word when, not if. God doesn't promise the absence of fire. He promises his presence in it. Number 7, your trial has an eternal purpose. Paul, who endured beatings, imprisonment, and suffering, wrote these powerful words. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. 2 Corinthians 4, verse 17. From heaven's perspective, what feels overwhelming now is producing something eternal. And God often uses our deepest pains to minister to others. God comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort those in any trouble. 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 4. What you survive may one day become someone else's lifeline. Number 8, stand firm. God is not finished. If you're in a season of testing, don't give up. Don't walk away. Don't let the fire convince you that your faith is weak. Let us not grow weary of doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. God is not finished with you. The trial is not the end of the story, friends. Resurrection always follows crucifixion. Faith under fire is not about being unshaken. It's about staying anchored. It's about trusting God when the answers are delayed. It's about believing his promises when your circumstances scream otherwise. Remember this, if God is allowing the fire, he is also controlling it. And when the trial has done its work, your faith will come out stronger, pure, and more resilient than before. After you have suffered a little while, God will restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. 1 Peter 5, verse 10. Hold on, brother. Hold on, sister. The fire is temporary, but God's purpose is eternal.